You see, we have a problem in our lives when we don't trust the process and we don't believe in the process that God has laid forth for us. Do you believe in the process? Do you believe that worship matters? Do you believe that getting into the Word matters? Do you believe that prayer matters? One thing that the Father wants is our whole heart. He's a jealous God. He doesn't want partial hearts. He doesn't want half-hearted efforts. He wants our whole heart. It's the people who are lukewarm that gets him upset. Are you lukewarm? If you are, I encourage you today to repent and say, Father, I'm sorry. Turn up the heat in my life. Turn up the heat. We must tell our flesh, you're not allowed to be lukewarm. I'm going to shout when I don't feel like shouting. I'm going to praise when I don't feel like praising. I'm going to pray when I don't feel like praying. I'm going to seek when I don't feel like seeking, because it's not about my flesh. It's about being on fire. So it's about just submitting to his fire and saying, God, I'm going to do whatever I can to feed the fire. I'm going to get into your word. I'm going to praise you. I'm going to make time for you. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven is taken by violence, and the violent seize it. This verse is sometimes misunderstood, but it's not talking about negative violence. It's talking about positive spiritual violence. What do you mean? It means going after God with everything you got. He's saying, hey, this kingdom is moving violently. If you want to take hold of it, you're going to have to move violently. This kingdom isn't just stopping by him like a bus and being like, psh, psh, open up the door, screech, come on in. Anybody want to hop aboard the kingdom bus? But that's how we treat it so often. More like it's the bus is going and we're chasing it down and being like, stop, wait for me, I'm getting on that bus no matter what. Let me ask you something. When the spiritual bus passes you by, what is your attitude? Is your attitude, oh, well, I guess I'll catch the next one? Or is your attitude, I need to get on that bus and I'm going to do whatever it takes to do it. I will chase it down until it stops. You know the thing about people who are really on fire? They want more. They're not satisfied because they know they can get more. They always know they can get more. They're on fire, but they want more. Don't call him Doubting Thomas, because he doesn't doubt anymore. He doesn't doubt anymore. Why? Because he had an encounter with Jesus, and he touched him. And when he touched him, his doubts went away. You have any doubts about Jesus? All you need to do is touch him. What does that mean? You need to seek him until you can feel his presence, and he'll kill every doubt in you. And some of you, I believe God just dropped it in here. You might need to go back and touch him again because you've forgotten what it was like. You see, God has this weird thing where if you're hungry, he wants to fill you. If you're crying, he wants to comfort you. He responds to those things. Someone lied to us and said emotions don't matter in church. Yes, they do. Because sometimes the emotions you were given were to reach out to him in prayer. Sometimes the emotions you were given were to be the fuel for the fire. You want to catch on fire? Bring everything to him. Get your eyes off of situations that you can't even see. Because so often in our lives, the situation that is bothering us is one that's not even in front of us. We're thinking in our brain. We're thinking in our mind's eye about the situation. We're thinking about the destruction, the terrible thing that will happen that hasn't even happened yet, and that's what's crippling us. And Jesus is saying, take your eyes off that and put them on me. But God, what will this person think? No, get your eyes on Jesus. You're thinking about something that hasn't happened. Who's to know that if you were free and showed somebody else that you were free and worshiped him and prayed him with everything you got, that you wouldn't set them free too? Free people set other people free. Captive people keep other people in captivity. That, in essence, is the Spirit of God versus the spirit of religion. They want to keep them in captivity. They want to keep the stone over the tomb. God allows us to hit rock bottom for two reasons. One is to bring greater glory to his names. The other is to wake us up. When you get the fuel, don't spill it on the ground. Don't just call up your friend and be like, I can't believe this is going on in the city. I can't believe. No, take it to the Lord and use it as your fuel. Because if you prayed as passionately as you complained to other people, you would see massive change in your life. Father, wake us up.